Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I know that everyone had their thoughts about the brand new world that we got with Growing Together. Of course, Sequoia wasn't the most interesting world we've ever seen, and for Suburbia, it is very much filled with an awful lot of shells that you really can't do anything with, and whilst it does kind of have the open neighborhood vibe to a sense, obviously you still have to go through loading screens to visit your neighbors. It does have the water park. It also has the park in another area of the suburbs. I will say, for me personally, the most disappointing area was definitely the downtown, because there really wasn't anything other than the cinema and one food stall. And if you ask me, that is a very, very disappointing and sad downtown. However, there is a new mod that has just come out, and when you pair it with twistedmexi's tool mod, this actually makes it super easy to make the Sims 4 worlds actually feel a bit more lived in, more interactable, and I'm just gonna show you what you can do with these mods. So as I stated, this starts off obviously with the tool mod. This is made by the one and only twistedmexi. I have talked about this mod slightly on my channel before, mainly when it comes to that balcony on one of the eco lifestyle apartments that you can't actually place anything on. I had like a hack to actually fix that balcony with this mod, and this is a pretty confusing mod to understand, but this brand new mod that has just come out from awingedllama actually makes the tool mod way more usable, in my opinion. You don't really need to mess about with like any of the rotation, elevation. This brand new mod is by awingedllama, and it is basically called the made clickable mod. That's what I'm coining it, and awingedllama actually introduced this for Willow Creek and Newcrest, and this pretty much does what it says in the title. It makes the whole world clickable. In the past, if you clicked on certain areas of a certain world, you'd get like a little do not disturb, that's what I like to call it, or like do not enter sign over your mouse. However, with this mod installed, it makes the world clickable. So you can kind of hover over to any space. And I will say, you're not going to want to download this mod if you don't want to see your Sims clipping through shell houses or going up the side of mountains or like disappearing maybe, and definitely having some clipping issues. I personally am going to use this basically for placing things using the tool mod. But even though it was originally made for those two worlds, it is now updated for all worlds minus Batu. Aside from biking in the street, I didn't see many townies doing any questionable routing. I mean, to be fair, the cycling is questionable at the best of times. Did you see the bike glitch that came with kids and Growing Together? Obviously, in Sequoia, you could never ever make it down to say this little like island. You can choose to go here. I'm not going to do that just because I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to actually send Leah over here and see if she can actually travel to it. Yeah, she's clipping through like bushes. She is definitely taking the shortest routable path. She's not like walking, you know, along the pavement. Can we get to the tippity top? Obviously, this would absolutely not be walkable. Let's be real. She definitely would not be able to clip through all of these rocks. If I wanted to, I could put like a woohoo bush here. If I wanted them to get up to some scandalous behavior, I could do it. What a weird place for a shell house. How have I never ever noticed that? But again, because this is clickable, I can literally choose to have Leah teleport over here, and obviously this area is not meant to be seen. This is the behind the scenes of The Sims 4, you know? This is where you fall off the edge of the map. The Sims 4 world is a flat earth. She is right in the midst of this. Can we actually go back here? Oh my word, we can. She can literally... This is wild. But what does this mean when you tie it in to tool mods? So we're gonna hop into build and buy mode, and let's say I wanted to make Sequoia a little bit more playable for me. I wanted to tell some different stories. I wanted activities. I wanted my Sims to get out and about, out of the house. You actually have to plop these down on your buildable lot. So either the lot you own, the lot you are currently building. I usually quite like adding swing sets in around my world world to kind of give my kids something to do. So we'll grab this one right here. If you maybe want to add some like flower beds in around the world, let's grab one of those. You can build yourself a little community garden if you want to. Say you own Island Living and you want to put some towels down at the little water park, or you want your Sims at the water park to be able to have a water fight. There's definitely places in San Sequoia that are pretty enough to get married, so let's get ourselves a little wedding arch. I feel like that's enough right now. You catch my drift. You can pretty much place down any object that you can place down in build and buy mode. And then what you want to actually do is go back into live mode. Obviously, with the tool mod installed, you can shift click on any object, so just hold shift down. You don't need any cheats activated for this, and then you click on tool. We are going to toggle active object, and obviously because anything is clickable now, say if we maybe wanted to throw down a little basketball net on someone's driveway, if we go over here, we can click here and the basketball net appears because it's clickable. Then we can actually shift click this again. Obviously you can rotate it 180 and pray that my maths is correct. Okay, boom. Obviously the biggest test is being able to see if we can actually interact with this. So we're gonna send little Jude here over to the neighbors. He is gonna pass through their deck, which is fine, but blam, he gets change and he can start playing basketball on the neighbor's driveway. I will say a couple of the things that I include in this video are available and possible with just tool and without actually having clickable worlds installed. However, this specific one with the basketball net on like the neighbor's shell drive definitely isn't as easy without clickable worlds installed. Like you kind of just have to mess around with tool mod and the rotation and the position on a grid system, and it's pretty difficult unless you're really good at maths and just like know how tool works and you're an expert. And without clickable worlds, my sim actually wouldn't be able to interact with it because he wouldn't be able to get to the driveway. Let's toggle the chicken coop. We will head on over to this little like greenhouse area. I absolutely love this. Like I said, there's already a couple of park benches. There's actually, if we go over here, already a grill set up. So I imagine this could be like a little maybe square for your Sims. As long as it's toggled on, you can just click basically anywhere that you want it to go. And then you can either just click on it again to actually set it there, or you can shift click it and set it. Leah, can you actually purchase some chickens? Obviously, even though this is community, it's still gonna come off your like played family's like household. They're gonna come out, they're gonna have a little wander around, and you could make yourselves your own little community garden, a community coop. You could really live off the land as a little community. Anyone can actually interact with these. Obviously, the more gameplay objects you have around, the more likely, whoa, okay, that probably should not be happening. But let's teleport him over here. He's still got the water around him, but if we reset him, hopefully that's good. He is also on the splash pad, so that might have something to do with it. Yeah, there we go. He's fixed. I actually want to show you what I originally used this for. So this is Pinecrest Apartments 104 in Evergreen Harbor. If you actually go into build and buy mode, in this little apartment, this doesn't count as the apartment footprint. So you actually can't use this balcony whatsoever. You also can't put stuff on this like front balcony. So if you wanted to have like a little community garden or something like that, or vertical plants up here, you can't do that, which is very unfortunate when you live in a world that is really all about like going green and in a pack that's trying to save the environment. And obviously if you live off the grid, it's quite difficult to generate water and also electricity without having solar panels or the water collection system. So if you are living in this apartment, you can actually go to, what would it be under? Probably not activities. Oh, it is. And then we'll also grab a solar panel for the ground. I'm just gonna put move objects on. Just went back and watched my old video. Honestly, very, very helpful. My tutorial really did save me there. So you can obviously place it like halfway through and it does just exist, like I said. And then if we actually head into live mode, once again, we shift click on it, we toggle active object, then we can really just click on here and boom. It is as easy as that. And then again, we can also do that with these vertical gardens. So if we want to place one here, it's kind of still in the wall, so that looks about right. It takes a little bit of guesswork and not everything is going to be perfect like 100% of the time. However, your Sims can still come out here so they can actually access this balcony and they can interact with this. Obviously, if we had the handiness skill, we'd be able to upgrade this. And again, if we come over here, we can purchase seeds. Let's go for vertical garden flowers. Open this seed packet up that we just got, and then let's plant a bluebell, and then boom, she's gonna come right out. She's gonna head on over here and she's gonna start planting. She has enough room to do so. She's not clipping with anything, and she has her own little garden outside on an area where you are not meant to be able to place things. And I think it just makes the game more fun. It makes it your own, which if you know me, you know that all throughout lockdown and pretty much the past 3 years, I've been customizing all of the townies. I've been giving them townie makeovers, making them look more like the Sims that I create so that it actually feels like I want to interact with them and they fit in. And I've been having so much enjoyment out of that. Honestly, twistedmexi, if you're somehow watching this video, can I just say I'm very excited for the expanded create a sim mod. Like, that will be my joker. I will not stop going on about that mod purely from how much time I actually spend within create a sim. It's gonna be a lifesaver. But yeah, I just feel like this makes your Sims 4 worlds feel extremely customizable. I think it makes them feel more lived in. I think it definitely makes them more playable. I'm fairly sure people's imaginations can run away with this one. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful. If you do have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I will try and get back to you on them, but like I said, I'm not an expert when it comes to Tool and I don't know a lot of things about that mod. Thank you once again to the incredible modders and custom content creators of the Sims 4 community, specifically awingedllama and twistedmexi for this video and these mods right here. I'm gonna leave them linked down below. Go check them out if you get a chance this weekend. Thank you all so much for tuning in and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.